Hey, that is really cool. And Pete Alonso of the New York Mets joins us now. And Pete, in addition to those calls, you also posted on Twitter and your other social accounts a pretty impassioned plea where you ask fans that once we come back, we want you to shake the damn stadium. What was your message? Why was it important for you to get that message out to the fans?
Well, for me, I'm just really passionate about just being a New York Met, and I'm passionate about the game, and I know that how I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, and I feel like Mets fans. I've gotten a lot of messages, and people have reached out to me. It's like, oh man, we can't wait till baseball's back, and right now, especially in New York, this virus thing is affecting a lot of people's lives, and there's no. And I feel like people use sports as kind of like an out or like some sort of relief, just to help them through everyday lives. And right now, there's no sports, and I feel like when baseball is back, and I know there's a lot of speculation right now with us playing like the first couple weeks, like at a neutral spot or out in Arizona or somewhere in Florida. But whenever we're allowed to play back in New York, I feel like that environment and that atmosphere is just going to be nothing short of electric, and it's going to be just a.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that moment is going to be more, not. It's going to be more than just baseball. It's going to be about life and not being able to take things for granted because we've had. I think the last time like we didn't have season was what World War II, a Major League Baseball season, and then like with this whole thing, it's we're being delayed for something that's way bigger than the game, and I feel like that game is going to mean so much to people. Or whenever we're back home, it's going to be like this whole sense of relief and just this unbelievable release of anticipation, and it's like it's this long wait, and it's that period's going to be over.
Hey, Pete, it's Dan. Do you sometimes have pinch yourself to think a year ago you go to big league camp and are you going to make the team? And you find yourself a year later, not only a big part of the mess, but a big part of Major League Baseball. There are times you just pinch yourself and say, this happened really fast.
Yeah, it did happen really fast. And looking back, like just kind of, I mean, in the message I mentioned that I watched highlights a lot, basically every night, and to kind of relive those moments, it's really special. And to kind of actually look back, it's for me, this just developed such a much higher appreciation for the game of baseball, and also last year because last year for me was just this surreal journey, and um, I mean, it's been a real blessing, but also at the same time, it's like I've worked to have those moments of last year and to have the success. So it's a blessing, but also it's like, well, after last year, I need to I need to improve. I mean, I need there's obviously like any player can develop and carry on a better trajectory. So for me, I just want to improve on last year and help my team win a championship.
Hey, Pete, it's Harold. You're taking me right where I want to ask you. I want to ask you two questions. One, 162 games. I remember the first time I played 162 games, I thought I had mono at the end of the year. I was so tired. When did you hit the wall, and what did you learn from a year?
I feel like there's I feel like there's not a wall. I feel like there's I mean the whole season is a roller coaster ride, and there's definitely a lot of ebbs and flows, and for every little obstacle or kind of downturn, you kind of have to reinvent yourself in a new way, because some guys can get to you a little quicker. Like the scouting reports are obviously out there, or you're going against the same in division team again for the fourth time later on in the year. So it's all about for me is about trying to make those adjustments as quickly as possible. And for me, I relied a lot on my teammates for advice that have actually gone through it, like the Todd Frazier's of the world, the Robbie Cano's of the world, those guys that have been through a lot of and played a lot of baseball. I relied a lot on my veterans to help me through with advice, and they really helped me a lot.
it's hard to ask a guy who hit 50 plus home runs his rookie year, what can you improve on? So you've had a chance now more so than anybody has to sit around a little longer with this virus going on. What do you want to work on? What do you think you can improve on?
Ultimately, I want to be as dynamic as possible. One of my ultimate goals in my career is to win a Gold Glove. I want to be not just a force at the plate, but I want to help not just help my pitchers out, but help my other infielders out as well. I want to be the best defender I could possibly be, because if I keep working and helping other people out around the diamond, I feel like that's just going to improve the team. And I feel like working on my defense is a part of being a good teammate. And I want to run the bases efficiently. I want to score more than 100 runs. I want to be not just run the baseball. I want to play good defense. I'm the best complete first baseman I could possibly be, and also a winner. I just want to win games at the end of the day.
Well, Pete, we appreciate you joining us. I know that those healthcare professionals that are fighting this disease on the front line, they appreciate your well wishes, and certainly Met fans and baseball fans appreciate your inspirational message. So thanks for the time. Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you and the rest of your teammates on the diamond soon.